Hey guys, so I've got a problem from a K12 test. It says a right triangle of altitude 2x and base 5x is inscribed in a circle of circumference 25 pi. What is the area of the shaded region? We can see that the triangle is inside the circle, so to calculate the area of the shaded region, we can say that the area of the shaded region, which we will call AR for now, equals to the area of the circle minus the area of the triangle. And if we insert the area formulas, we know that the area of a circle is given by pi r squared, and the area of a triangle is given by half the base times the perpendicular height. Okay, so let us see what other information we have that we can put into the formula to get closer to some kind of numerical answer. So we see that the altitude and the base, or the perpendicular height and the base, is given by 2x and 5x respectively. So let's put that in the equation and see what this looks like. The base is 5x and the perpendicular height is 2x. If we simplify this a little bit further, we can see that the half and the 2, they cancel, and we're left with not equals to. The half and the 2 cancels, then we're left with 5x squared. Okay, so now we have pi r squared minus 5x squared. For simplicity's sake, what we are going to do is we're going to assume that pi has the value of 3.14. Pi is significantly more complex than 3.14, but for simplicity's sake, let's stick to 3.14. So if we put that in, we have 3.14 times r squared minus 5x squared. Okay, so the next thing that we want to do, we have a look at what other information we are given. And what we can see is that the circumference is given by 25 pi. So the circumference C equals to 25 pi, but we also know, not 2 pi, 25 pi. But we also know that the circumference equals to 2 pi r, according to the formula for the circumference. So if we set that equal to each other, we have 2 pi r equals to 25 pi. We would like to solve for r so that we can substitute it into our equation over there, and we get that r equals to 25 pi over 2 pi. The pi's cancel, and that equals to 12.5 units. We are going to keep it generic because they do not specify any units. So our shaded area equation looks as follows. It is pi times 12.5 squared minus half of the base times the perpendicular, we've worked that out, minus 5x squared. Okay, so now we can put even more numerical values to this. Pi times 12.5 squared, that is 490.625 units minus units squared, minus 5x squared. Okay, so now we need to solve for x squared. So we need to find some way to relate information that we know already to information that we don't know. What we do know is that the base, we are going to use this information right here. It says that the base equals to 5x, and we're going to make an assumption. The assumption that we're going to make is that the base of the triangle also equals to the diameter of the circle. That means that the base of the triangle equals to twice the radius of the circle, and we know r. So if we have to substitute, I think we need to go to a new page. Let's just write this down. AR equals to 490.625 minus 5x squared. Let's start here. And then what we also discovered is that the base equals to 2r. Let me just, yes, the base equals to 2r because it equals to the diameter. Okay. So what we also can establish is that 2 times the radius, which is 12.5, and that equals to 25 units. And we also know that the base equals to 5x. So 5x equals to 25. That makes x equals to 5. So let's go back to our formula, and we find that it's 490.625, which is the area of the circle. We calculated that, minus 5 times 5 squared, and this gives us 490.625 minus 5 squared is 25 times 5, or 5 cubed, which gives us 125 units, which leaves us with a final answer of 365.625 units squared. Very important, units squared, because it's an area. We're working in an area. We can simplify this. It's approximately equal to 365.63 units squared if they said that you must round, not that line, this one, round to 2 decimal places. If this is stated, then this would be your answer. Okay, and that is the solution. So the important thing here is that we can take the information from this side in the word problem and relate it to this side. This is the important step. We must be able to take information in word form and convert it to something that we can analyze mathematically, which we did in this case. So yeah, that's it from my side. I hope you enjoyed it. Cheers.